Did you see that Penny has a job?
Yes, I don't know what her problem is, but I bet it's hard to pronounce, darling.
I stopped at the wine store on my way home. They were having a BOGO sale. Woo!
BOGO?
Yes, a twofer.
Twofer?
BOGO, darling. Buy one, get one free. Twofer, two for the price of one. Well,
one of my little soldiers is dead, so I had to open the other one.
you'll never believe who I saw at the disco tonight, darling. Mean black dude. He came up to me and said, "You could steal my heart." And I said, "I'd rather have a kidney. They're worth more."
That reminds me of something Mick Musing said to me once. He said, "Where have you been all my life?" I said, "I don't know, but I wish I was back there." So, darling, we finally get to see what's in Periquet's drawers. And there were no drawers in it, darling.
Yes, that man's ass is so cold, he should call it Antarctica.
Have you noticed, darling, in Dierdre's videos, one time she'll have a blonde wig on, then she'll be a man, and then she'll have a black curly wig on, darling.
Yes, darling, that woman has more personalities than Sybil.
Did you see that Backrub finally has an icon picture on YouTube?
Oh, darling, I'm so over him. You know how there's Mr. Right and Mr. Wrong? Well, then there's him, Backrub, Mr. Never Wrong. I hear that Mary, M. Gabby B, is in love with the younger man. Huh. He's a very sexy guy from Sardinia. He sings to her. She refers to him as her next ex-husband. I don't know how many times that woman has been married.
She is obviously suffering from clue deficit disorder, darling.
Dierdre, has your pal, Tall Steve-O, left his tree yet?
That man is out of his tree, darling. Do you know what he's been doing? He's been sending YouTubers beer in the mail. I ask you, he never sent me any.
Darling, you've heard me tell you about my next door neighbor lady, right? Well, her cats keep jumping over the fence into my yard and scaring away the birds. You know, I put the bird feeders out there because I love to watch them. Well, I decided to take action and I went next door to her house. Well, first of all, let me tell you, when you enter the yard, there is this horrid piece of, I don't know, I guess you would call it a sign, and it is pink and it has flashing lights. Yes, flashing lights. And it says Twish Towers. I don't know if she has a bed and breakfast or if it's a brothel. Well, I rang the bell and I heard some scuffling about. And then this creature opens the door and she has this sheet tied around her neck, purple. Right? Now imagine this. And she's got this cheap little gold crown teetering at the side of her head. It's almost ready to fall off. In one arm, she's got a cat, and in the other, a jug of brandy. Well, darling, I can't tell you how shocked and amazed I was. And before I could utter a word, she teetered back and forth and back and forth, and then boom, there she fell, back on her bum. Well, I just turned around and left. I didn't know what to do. But you know, I told you about her earlier, last winter. Remember the one who I saw walking outside in the middle of winter with her coat on? And she was pulling along her suitcase in one hand and Brandy in the other. Some people just don't know when to say when. You know, they don't know when enough is enough. You know, I think she's got a drinking problem.
This has been a 2 Peas in a Pod production. Darling.
Woo! Don't want to waste any.